Hello and welcome to this live stream. It is Sunday the 30th of August and that is supposed to be a holiday weekend. We have bank holiday tomorrow here in England just before the school gets go back, and it is really cold here. If you're not in England, everyone's got the central heating on. It's looking a little bit brighter today, but that's why I am wearing my snuggly hoodie. But during British summer holidays to keep me warm, years gone past. Hello, I can see people are starting to watch already. If you're there, please say hi. It'd be lovely to hear from you. If you've got any questions, get stuck in. With schools in England returning, lots of people are trying to get their heads around what to do. I know a lot of you are already back and there are more issues than ever. At the minute, schools are absolutely focused on children's mental health and well-being, and quite rightly so. So maths is taking a back seat while other things take priority. So if you're in that situation, I hope that's working for you. I know I have some homeschoolers watching. If you're homeschooling, your questions are equally valid. I'd love to hear them. And in the meantime, as ever, I'll just prattle on a little bit about what I've been up to this week. I'm back in Cumbria today, trying to work out how to keep going with this project and work out my finances so that I can. I've been trying to sell my house. It's not selling. So I'm now trying to Airbnb it when I'm not here. So if you want a lovely place to stay in Cockermouth, hopefully it'll be listed on Airbnb within a few weeks. Fantastic for cyclists, and then if I get some income I can carry on doing this because it takes pretty much full time, so it's really difficult for me to work in schools just now. Plus it's really difficult to work in schools just now because you don't want to be going in and out of lots of different schools. It's not really the way to work. So what's been happening this week is I have sent 3 videos live since I was last on Livestream, all of which focus on fractions and the proportion bar. Proportion bar, there's one. It's a phenomenal bit of maths structural work. I just can't recommend highly that you get your head around that. The first video that went live just after last week's live stream was on equivalent fractions. And with this little gizmo, I wish I could live stream my computer screen. I'm not quite that whizzy. This is on mathsbot.com in the manipulatives under bar modelling. With the proportion bar, you can set up 2 bars and compare your fractions and then develop methods for doing that formally from there. And it's just a wonderful way to teach. When interactive whiteboards first came along, the first app that everyone jumped on was the proportion bar little modelling tool because it made such a difference to teaching to be able to use it. Up until the proportion bar, you can do everything with apparatus really quite well. And the proportion bar is the first one that doesn't really work well with apparatus. It's better to have an interactive tool. Hello, I can see people are joining us, coming and going. If you've got any questions, please post your questions. Your questions are more important than anything that I'm jabbering on about my life, because I'm not going back to school and I'm not teaching this week, so you guys are more important. So the first one was on equivalent fractions, the second one was on adding and subtracting fractions, and the third video was on comparing fractions. They're all live now. They all sort of use the same structures of maths, and they, if you teach them all in the same way, it doesn't half empower each other, the other topics, because it's the same structure, so it all connects together. The video that's going live at 9:30 this morning is on fractions of amounts using the proportion bar. There is an easier video on fractions of amounts for younger children where we just use a linear block model, but I explain why the proportion bar is the better one to use at this age, although block models, to be honest, they work okay if you're just focusing on this topic. So that's going live at 9:30. It covers basic fractions of amounts, and it also revises some of the other topics we've done at this level, like division with different ways of treating remainders, as fractions and decimals, and just connecting together different topics that we typically work on with children aged about 10, 11. What else has happened? Well, my fabulous worksheet producer, Jeff, is still locked down in Spain. He was hoping to get back to the UK, but that hasn't worked out, so he's still producing worksheets. Now, one of the topics that teachers struggle with most, because it doesn't really fit in the curriculum, it's just imposed by politicians in England, is teaching Roman numerals. And he's created some lovely practice sheets that go with my video on Roman numerals for converting Roman numerals into decimal numbers using the 3-step method that I teach in that video. And there's one for going the other way. And then there's this gorgeous one that he put together where he's collected photos of Roman numerals on buildings to inspire children that they should look at buildings and they should be able to understand what those dates mean. So that's really cool of him. Where are we going this week? We'll be looking again at topics like multiplying fractions. And Jeff is working on a worksheet for that as well, which is really cool. Just his worksheets are great. I'm so grateful for him. I've had a fabulous video produced by Andrew Jeffrey that is for teachers to explain why it's useful to try and encourage them to have a look at my videos. I don't have any money to promote it, but I'll share that around. I've got a bit of work to do before I'm ready to do that. I'll do that this week. But it's so hard to connect with teachers who are used to schools buying in these multi-thousand-pound, complex, detailed, every bit of my lesson is laid out for me schemes. And when I come along and say, look, really, if you can just do it, you can just understand what you're doing in your head and you can just go in and teach, it's like. And I don't want to cause schools extra stress just now. I don't want to come across as saying that what they're doing isn't good enough, or it's just really hard to know how to communicate with them. So I don't know what will happen. So my main focus is on sorting out my life so I can just carry on doing what I'm doing and financing it. And if people like it, they can come and engage. And if they don't, then there's no pressure. Okay, if nobody's got any questions today, I will head off in a minute or two. Thank you for watching. Those of you who've been watching, you're always really welcome here. Give it about another 20 seconds while I warm up and have my mug of tea and hope the sun comes out today. Puzzle out how to sort out this house and make it suitable for other people when I'm not here. Hi Una, thank you for your message. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a really, really good day. If you've got any questions, just post them in the comments to any video. They do come through to me. Okay, take care. Bye now.